our government has been striving to find common ground between the previous program's Memorandum of Understanding and our government's policy agenda, which is and always has been antithetical to the MOU, critical of the MOU. It has not been easy. Political differences, but also our insistence for a dignified negotiations process have stood in the way of immediate agreement. In recent weeks, there has been considerable convergence, primarily due to our government's great efforts and major concessions during the Brussels Group negotiations. Unfortunately, agreement has not been reached as yet. Today's Eurogroup meeting has acknowledged the strides we have made and was conducted in a thoroughly positive atmosphere. Colleagues also condemned the awfully inaccurate and unhelpful supposed leaks that marred the aftermath of the previous Eurogroup meeting in Riga. So, to conclude, the quest for an agreement that resolves the 5-6-year-old crisis of the Greek social economy is continuing. Agreement is getting closer, and the institutions, our partners and representatives of the Greek government are continuing to search for that solution in very good spirits. Thank you. And now for the Greek version. Κυρίες και κύριοι, ευχαριστώ που είστε εδώ. Τους περασμένους μήνες η κυβέρνησή μας πασχίζει, διαπραγματεύεται, εργάζεται νυχθημερών για να πετύχει μια συμφωνία λυτρωτική, για να βρει στο πλαίσιο του Eurogroup τον κοινό τόπο μεταξύ του προηγούμενου μνημονιακού προγράμματος και του μεταρρυθμιστικού μεταμνημονιακού προγράμματος, το οποίο ενέκρινε ο ελληνικός λαός την 25η Ιανουαρίου. Προφανώς δεν είναι εύκολη υπόθεση. Ποτέ δεν πιστέψαμε ότι θα ήταν εύκολη υπόθεση. Οι πολιτικές διαφορές, αλλά και διαφορές όσο αφορά τη διαπραγμάτευση, τη διαπραγματευτική διαδικασία που ταιριάζει σε ένα ανεξάρτητο ευρωπαϊκό κράτος, αυτές οι διαφορές ήταν σημαντικές. Το τελευταίο 15ήμερο υπήρξε μεγάλη σύγκληση στο πλαίσιο του Brussels Group. Κυρίως λόγω της δικής μας υπερπροσπάθειας και των μεγάλων υποχωρήσεων που κάναμε, πάντα εντός του πλαισίου του σεβασμού της βασικής αρχής να μην συμβιβαστούμε σε πολιτικές που συνολικά αναπαράγουν την κρίση. Σήμερα το Eurogroup κατέγραψε τη σύγκληση και σημείωσε τις προσπάθειές μας σε ένα γενικά θετικό κλίμα. Παράλληλα, οι συνάδελφοί μου Υπουργοί Οικονομικών που συμμετέχουν στο Eurogroup καταδίκασαν τις απαράδεκτες και εντελώς ανακριβείς διαρροές, μέσα σε εισαγωγικά διαρροές, στο προηγούμενο Eurogroup της Ρήγα. Καταλήγοντας, η προσπάθεια για εξέβρεση στο αμέσως επόμενο διάστημα μιας συμφωνίας επίλυσης της κρίσης, άνευ νέων κοινωνικών αδικιών και υφεσιακών επιπτώσεων συνεχίζεται και συνεχίζεται σε καλό κλίμα. Ευχαριστώ. Σε αγγλικά ή ελληνικά?
Παρακαλώ.
The Eurogroup has said again that the list of reform, the comprehensive list of reforms, is needed before making any decision. So when we can expect this list of reform, the comprehensive? And the second question that we have, today we have her again talking about the possible referendum. Do you think that there is any political intention on putting this issue on the table, or there is a real base, a real intention by your government to celebrate this referendum?
On the first question, the answer is it was the 23rd of February when the Greek government submitted a comprehensive list of reforms to the institutions, and it was on the 24th of February that it was approved. That list has been established quite a few months ago. The process that we are now engaged in concerns not so much the list of reforms, but it concerns the technical work necessary on the one hand and the political negotiations on the other in order to conclude on specific actions that are necessary in order to conclude the previous program and embark upon the next. On the second question that you asked, concerning a referendum, a potential referendum, this is a matter for the Prime Minister, the Cabinet, and ultimately, from the perspective of the Greek Constitution, of the President of the Republic. I'm the Minister of Finance, so you will allow me not to answer the question in any greater detail. A referendum is always available to the government and to the President of the Republic in order to elicit the support of the Greek people when it comes to pivotal decisions that need to be made. There is no commitment to use it. It is a tool which is available to the Greek government. At the moment, it's not something that is on the radar screen as far as we are concerned. What we are engaged in is a very serious, concerted process of negotiation, the purpose of which is to establish the common ground on which to build a decision very quickly, a decision that is the basis for completing the current review and at the same time embarking upon the new developmental phase for the Greek social economy.
Statement from the Eurogroup statement didn't exude any kind of urgency on the liquidity issue. Do you feel confident that until the end of June, which is the period of this phase of the negotiation, this is not a reason of concern? Because we see no reference for the really urgent action from anybody.
I shall be frank with you. The liquidity issue is a terribly urgent issue. This is common knowledge. Let's not beat about the bush and pretend otherwise. The fact that it's not part of the communiqué means that the members of the Eurogroup did not deem it fit to be mentioned today. Today we thought and we decided together that what was of the essence was to establish in public the great strides that have been achieved, to maintain a good climate in order to resolve this issue as quickly as possible and before the liquidity constraints become binding. It seems to me that from the perspective of the time frame that we're facing, we're talking about the next couple of weeks.
που επεδίωκε η κυβέρνηση να σταλεί προς την Ευρωπαϊκή Κεντρική Τράπεζα, ούτως ώστε και να αποφύγουμε περαιτέρω κούρεμα στα collaterals, αλλά και να δώσει ένα σήμα για κάποια χαλάρωση της ρευστότητας, η οποία είναι στην κατάσταση που γνωρίζουμε όλοι.
Όπως γνωρίζετε, η κυβέρνηση σέβεται απολύτως την ανεξαρτησία της Ευρωπαϊκής